Firefight King of the Hill in Halo Infinite is good, and a great addition to Halo Infinite as its own unique playlist. And for me at least, the most surprising thing is that 343 has actually made a King of the Hill game mode that I like, and even play objective in. I find the new Firefight mode to be pretty action-packed, since all the banished tend to swarm the hill, and even on normal mode, they will overwhelm you if you're not paying attention, as I have gotten to learn the hard way with the boss Escherum or that invisible elite with the sword. I also like that they added a variety of maps, from 4v4 maps to big team battle maps to squad battle maps, and even the House of Reckoning as a map for the playlist. I like the variety because the maps don't play the same, which helps keep the playlist from going stale, since larger maps let you use warthogs and more of the sandbox, where the 4v4 maps are more CQC with how cramped it gets with all the enemies. I also like that the new Firefight game mode for Halo Infinite is also a casual playlist that you can just play when you get tired of the PvP, and at least from my experience, it's also good for grinding the battle pass too, since every time you complete a match and win, you will receive 450 XP. At least that's what I've gotten. I don't know if you can get more, and I know if you lose, you will get less. But if you just win the Firefight game, 450 every time. Just in general, I am really glad Firefight has returned to Halo Infinite, but we will need more from it in the near future, especially since Halo Infinite's direct competition is Halo Master Chief's Collection, and that game has the complete package when it comes to Firefight and PvE in general for Halo. That's one of the biggest things about Halo Infinite, is the fact that its direct competitor is the Master Chief's Collection. It's like 343 has to make sure to keep bringing in new PvE content and content in general to make sure that players are interested in keeping themselves on Infinite instead of moving back to the Master Chief's Collection. The first thing that I think the PvE side of Halo Infinite will need is its own weekly challenges, like Halo MCC has. Because right now, there is no dedicated challenge system around PvE in Halo Infinite. If Infinite decides to expand on its Firefight mode in the future, or do any sort of new PvE, then it will need its own weekly challenges like MCC has to help keep the fanbase engaged and to reward players for playing those specific game modes. Plus, I think it's just a good idea to always give more ways of rewarding players for playing the way they want to. Like right now, you cannot complete the weekly challenges without doing the PvP. You can't just play PvE and get the weekly. You have to also play PvP. So in the future, I would like to see it where if there was a PvP version and a PvE version. And you could also make it faster for people to complete the Battle Pass, which is never a bad thing. Or we could convert the Battle Pass XP into career rank XP instead. So it's just challenges to get your career rank up. And again, this is something that the Halo Master Chief Collection has. And it's such a great system, and it rewards players for playing the game. I really want Infinite to follow a lot of what Halo MCC's done, because it's just great and it works. Now, the next thing is that Firefight King of the Hill is a unique game mode to Halo Infinite, and in my opinion, it is really fun to play. But I want to see more game modes for Halo Infinite's Firefight in the future, like Gruntpocalypse, Bug Hunt, Fiesta Fight, Generator Defense, Firefight Classic, Warzone Firefight especially, and the ability to make unique Firefight game modes like we can on Halo MCC's custom game lobbies. I would also like to see Halo Infinite in general try to expand its PvE game mode selection past Firefight in the future, and give us new unique game modes, or at the minimum, 343 could have old game modes like Warzone or Spartan Ops return, since a little bit of diversity in options never hurt anyone. On a side note, Firefight and Squad Battle has been given a network update, and from my experience with Firefight, except for one game where I thought my game crashed, but I pulled through and got to finish the game, I have had no issues with Halo Infinite's networking. I will need to try Squad Battles later to see if the update improves the desync for PvP, if not outright fixes it. But I'm glad to see they are finally fixing the network issues Halo Infinite has had since day one. I'm not happy that it's taken an eternity to fix, but I am happy that the day where ghost melees may no longer exist will soon be upon us. Now, I'm curious on what you guys think about Firefight King of the Hill. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you want to see more PvE or just Firefight in general from Halo Infinite? And what do you think of the new network update? Let me know in the comments, and...
I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.